Smiling. Hey everybody, I'm here at one of my most favorite places in Central Florida.
Yay!
That's the Winter Park Playhouse with two of my most favorite people in Central Florida, Roy Allen and Heather Alexander.
Hi.
Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Been wanting to do this for quite a while. So why don't we start? Why don't you guys give us some background on you guys?
Okay, Roy, you start.
Well, I started working professionally in show business in live theater when I was 8 years old, and learned how to dance. Started taking dance at the age of 4, and studied under Patsy Swayze, and of course meant that I grew up with Patrick Swayze, famous movie star.
Wow.
And studied with his mom for about 15 years, and then wound up moving to New York. And I worked in a couple of Broadway shows and some national tours, and then wound up back down here in Florida. I had grown up in Houston, and I didn't like the cold up in New York too much, so I came down here to Florida. There's a lot of work down here, a lot of theaters. And so I've been working steadily in the entertainment industry for over 50 years.
That's great. I mean, you gotta love it. So you're doing what you love
Absolutely.
to do. So that's great.
Well, I wouldn't do it if I didn't love it.
Yeah,
It's too much work.
Yes.
Too much work.
That is the truth.
That's cool.
And we met actually doing a show in Jacksonville, Florida at the Alhambra Dinner Theater. So I have a little bit of a different background. I also was in dance classes and gymnastics. I was a cheerleader, big shock, kind of loud. And theater was not something I was actively involved in as a child. My parents would take family vacations over the summer, therefore I couldn't be in the shows, et cetera, et cetera. My father said, "You're not going to college for art, you need a practical degree." At the time, I was very upset by that, but ended up getting a business degree, and who knew that that would help me so much in all of the things that I have come to do in my life. And so Roy and I did finally move into theater. Friends of mine encouraged me to audition for my first show, and then that became the second show, and now we're both, I'm a proud union member, and Roy has been for many, many years. I'm going on almost 30 years as a union member.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm surprised you admitted that.
I know. Age is just a number.
That's right.
Whatever.
That's
That's
right.
right. That's right.
So yeah, so we've been married now 27 years, and we've got a family, and started the theater 17 years ago
right.
in Winter Park.
Cool. So tell me about that. Yeah, you started 17 years ago. What was the idea going in?
Well, primarily there was a professional dinner theater here that did musicals for a long, long time, the Mark II Dinner Theater, and they closed. And at the time that they closed, we thought, well, now there's no musical theater in Orlando, in Central Florida.
Right.
So we thought we should, let's see if we can get something going. And we started doing some cabarets in a small space with metal folding chairs, and to see if we could get an audience and anybody in the public interested.
And we wanted to also show people how much incredible professional talent was in the Central Florida area,
area.
and to this day continues to be in the Central Florida area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we were showcasing that talent, and we were selling out. So we went to New York and saw this incredible show off Broadway called "I Love You, You're Perfect, Now Change," which, of course, the title is wonderful, and it's all about relationships, and it has something in it for everyone. Everyone will die laughing if they see the show.
Right.
So we decide, let's take this back. There's only 4 people in it. We can open the theater with this show because it's going to be less expensive with a smaller cast, and we sold out.
And we've since done it 7 times.
We've done it
Wow.
7 times.
But you haven't seen it yet, so
No, I know,
people keep
no.
saying, now you need to bring it back. It's been a
Yes.
while.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
But that's how the theater got started, and then it's gradually grown and grown. We wound up building a stage and putting in some lighting, and we put in 73 seats that were more comfortable chairs than metal folding chairs.
Yes.
And we continued to start selling out, and to the point where we were at our capacity. So we had the opportunity to move into this space that you see behind us, and that theater has 125 seats. We were able to add 50 chairs, and within a couple of years, we started selling out again, and that's where we are now again, is we're at capacity.
Now, all of these things, something we haven't said yet is we are a 501c3 nonprofit charitable
Correct.
organization.
Yeah.
So none of this would have been possible without the support of the community.
Right.
So really, ultimately, mostly individuals from the very beginning. And then in the last several years, we've started writing grants and getting some money that way. But truly, we had a vision. The community said, we love this and we want to support you. And, from gifts from $50 to $1,000, people all pitched in to help make this happen.
Literally
the Eagle
a
Scouts built our first
grassroots.
theater here. They all
Wow.
worked together to put in the seating and the stage.
Yeah,
And
a lot of
Very cool.
yeah,
volunteers.
it's a
lot of
community
volunteers.
effort for sure.
Yeah, very cool. Very
However, our actors are not volunteers.
No.
We are considered a professional musical theater. We have union actors as well as a few non-union who are very good, as well as live musicians. We don't do click tracks here. It's as if you were seeing a show in New York.
Mhm.
It's the same experience that you would have if you went to a theater in New York.
very cool. Very cool. So tell me about how your series works, so your shows and everything.
We do 6 musicals a year on the main stage, and as Roy said, it's intimate, but it has 123 seats, and so great space. You see and hear everything. There, as we've mentioned a few times, all musicals, so no plays, no non-musicals. We like to do uplifting material, things that make people smile and you leave feeling really good. Often are referred to as the Forget Your Troubles Theater, because from the moment you walk in the door, if I'm not performing, which I do once a year these days, we're up there hugging, and Lisa, our Director of Marketing and Public Relations, is hugging people, and everybody's, knows your name once you've been here a few times. So we've got our main stage, and Roy and I and our musical director are working on that all the time, year round, looking for new musicals that are in New York. Maybe it's a regional premiere. We've been very fortunate to find some world premieres. So we do brand new shows here sometimes that you will have never seen before. You see it here. So that's the main stage portion of what we do.
Right.
Mhm.
And then you do some special events.
We do.
We have some one-night only events that we started a couple of years ago that we do every quarter, where we bring in a group or an act that we don't produce it, we don't cast it, they're an outside entity, and we have them come in and do a one-night only performance. We've had several impersonators, we've had some tribute artists, anywhere from
Steve and Edie,
Steve and
we had
Edie,
Rosemary Clooney, we had a Barbara
Yeah.
Streisand, we've had Neil Diamond. I mean, again, they're not
Yeah.
really impersonators per se, but
It's more of a
they
tribute
are likeness, right?
tribute show to it. We have the Beatles coming up very
We
soon.
do.
Yeah.
We do. That's
Yeah.
in June. And then we have a monthly cabaret series, and that started from our love for cabaret up in New York. You'll find cabarets all over the place. It's a very intimate kind of entertainment option where out here in the lobby where we're sitting right now, we bring tables and chairs up, and there's a baby grand piano, and the singer is right there, like literally like a concert in your living room.
Yeah.
So we've been doing those since 2009, and we have a different singer up here once a month doing 2 shows.
Yep.
So that's super fun.
Yeah, and I've been here for those.
Yes.
Those are a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yes, because you get to interact with the performer,
Yep.
Mhm.
and it's awesome.
And it's a short night, and the tickets are only $20. So it's like a great date night if you're not in the mood or don't have the time to commit that day for a 2.5-hour main stage show. You come in, you get a drink, you watch great entertainment, and you're out of here by 8:30.
Yeah. Awesome. And then you have the Florida
The
music.
Florida Festival.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
Florida
coming up.
Festival
So
of
tell
New-
That's awesome.
Yeah, this is our 3rd annual Florida Festival of New Musicals coming up in June, and we felt like there needed to be a platform for writers and composers to be able to present their work. The festival is all new musicals. We put out a call for submissions, and we get these submissions from all over the world, basically. Last year we had one in from Australia. We get several from England every year. This year we had over 35 submissions, and we hone it down to 6. We go through, spend a 9-month period of reading and listening to the music of these different shows, and then finding the ones that we feel are the best ones.
Right.
And then we do a reading, a 1-hour reading of each one of those 6 shows over the course of 4 days. Each show gets 3 readings, so that's 18 performances in 4 days.
And all the singing and the acting is done by professional artists. So we hire over 50 professional artists. Each show has a different cast, and it's just awesome. It's a great experience. It has been far more successful than we anticipated
Never
as
thought.
early as it was.
The great thing is the authors come in. They're
from all
here.
over.
They're here on property. They come from all over. They came in from Australia last year, from England,
Wow.
Boston, Chicago, Seattle. I mean, they'll come from all over.
And if you come, you get to, after every reading, you get an opportunity for 15 minutes to do a talk back with the writers, and often the directors. The cast will sit on stage, and you can talk with them. The whole point is they want their work to be as good as it can be, so that other theaters will pick up even Broadway, that their show can get that far, and they want community input. So
Right.
we've been fortunate enough
So they
in the
can
first
further
2
develop.
years, we didn't do the festival to find musicals for us, because we do very specific smaller scale musicals, and some of these musicals come in at 26 cast members, which was not going to fit on our stage.
Exactly. Yes.
So even the content, we don't choose based on what would work here at the Playhouse, which is really great, because then you've got producers from all over the state and outside of the state coming in looking for new works as well. And then you've got the opportunity to talk to the writers, and we chose 2 musicals so far out of the first 2 years that our audiences loved so much that they're like, oh, can you please produce this? So we've gotten the opportunity now. Last year was Gigolo. It was a Cole Porter show. You saw that.
It was awesome.
And
Yes.
it ground up, like no one's ever even envisioned what the set would look like, and the direction and the artist, and you just make something out of paper, and it becomes this beautiful show. And now this coming August, we're doing How to Marry a Divorced Man, which was a front runner
Okay.
out of last year's festival
Great.
that the patrons really loved.
Very
So
fun.
you never know what you're going to get. Could
Yeah.
be all stuff we couldn't do, but how wonderful for the first 2 years of the festival. Tickets for that are only $10. And if you want to come to all 6 over the 4 days, and maybe come for 2 hours one day and then 4 hours the next, or you can
Right.
break it up over the days, there's a 6-show festival fun pass for $50. So you can see all 6 for 50. Bar is open throughout, and it's a super fun
That's always
social
good.
time. Always good.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. And then you guys do some community outreach for people who can't get to the theater.
Yes.
right.
So tell us about that.
Well, in 2008, when we had that horrific recession, one of the things that everyone knows is that arts funding for schools were drastically cut and eliminated in many instances.
Mhm.
And at the time, one of our board members was an administrator out in Sanford at a Title I elementary school. And we were talking about how much we love children and how much we believe in the importance of arts programming for children at a young age. Roy grew up in performing arts schools. I mean, he was a witness to how impactful it was. We had put our children in all kinds of arts programming. And so we decided, with just a little bit of money that we gathered up from donors, that we would start an outreach program in 2009 to go into the schools. The whole point was the field trips, the buses, the permission slips. I mean,
Yeah.
The
it's hard
lunches,
enough
the-
getting
yeah.
families to, show up to in-school activities, let alone signing permission slips and the cost of it all. So we felt like going into the schools so that we can literally reach every single child in a school day. And some of these schools have 1,200 kids.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, and the administrators get the advantage of it as well. They have a great
Right.
time. So we tour Schoolhouse Rock Live Junior, which is that old 1970s cartoon. They made it into a musical. It is super educational, high energy.
Junction, what's your function?
Yeah, everybody,
Everybody
the
knows this
teachers,
music.
they all
Yes,
sing along.
Yes.
And so we have a shortened version that we can fit into a school period, and we do that each year. And we have an artist in residency program where we do drama clubs after school for kids in community centers, elementary schools, sometimes libraries. We have 2 day nurseries locally that are sliding scale day nurseries that serve a lower income, dynamic and demographic, and we take free programming to them, so they're getting music and drama
Very
classes.
cool.
And then our senior outreach just started a couple years ago, and we do have a lot of clientele that are getting into a situation sometimes where they can't get to the theater anymore, and they're in long-term care facilities, sometimes memory care units, and we didn't want them to be forgotten. So we started Share, and that is our program for seniors where we take professional artists and our musical director, Christopher Levy, out and we perform for them. And we try to stick to music of days gone by, things that will spark memories, and it's unbelievable.
yes.
It lowers blood pressure, it
Yeah.
reduces stress, and some of them like don't even respond anymore, and they come to life with the music. It's
That's
really
awesome.
beautiful.
That is awesome. Yes,
So
yeah.
all that's free to them. We just, do that because it's important.
Yeah, that's awesome. You guys are great community partners. You really are.
We try.
You do that kind of stuff that nobody else is doing. So that's great. So tell me about the show we got going on right now. You're about halfway through it, maybe?
We are, yeah. 2
Okay.
more weeks.
Okay. What is it called? And tell me a little bit about it. I know that you're in it. So
Yeah,
we haven't seen it. We're going to see it here in a couple weeks. We're excited because I saw my sister yesterday.
Yes, they came.
And she said it was an awesome show. So tell me about it.
It is called Heartbeats. If any of you remember the song The Rose, some say love it is. Yeah. So Amanda McBroom wrote The Rose, and she also wrote this musical that is a little-known musical, just up our alley. We love to do things that you guys in Central Florida may not ever see unless we're doing it here.
Yep.
And it is about a couple who are been married 20 years, and their kids are off to college. And what does that look like? Looking back at your past and looking at where you are now and looking at the future. How are you going to navigate that? So there's a lot of super funny moments. Doesn't matter who you are. If you've ever loved in any capacity, you don't have to have kids to see the show. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful show and so accurate. And people are coming out going, oh my God, this is me. Like, I know what this is.
Yes.
It's a beautiful show. A lot of funny, though. I want to tell you, we don't do depressing stuff. So poignant, yes, there's some poignant moments, but really, really funny. Great actor. Jody loves him. Sean Kilgore is playing my husband. And Hannah Laird is playing me as a younger woman. And then we have Clay Cartland, and he's from Sarasota. He's fantastic. He's playing Sean as a younger man. And we've got Nick Drevis, who plays lots of characters, and Rebecca Jo Lightfoot, and she's hysterical, plays my best friend in a lot of characters. So there's a lot of people coming in and out and different costumes and wigs, and it's really, really fun.
Yeah, cool. I think I'm going to be able to relate to this show.
Absolutely.
Some people don't want to admit it.
I know, but yeah, sometimes we have to. So yeah. So
it's a beautiful piece, and that runs until June 9th. We do still have some tickets available for that.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
So your shows in the series, what days do they run?
Thursday.
Generally Thursday afternoon.
Sunday.
Yeah, Thursday through Sunday. Thursday afternoon, 2 shows on Friday, a matinee and an evening show at 7:30, and then same thing on Saturday, 2 shows, 2 o'clock and 7:30, and then a matinee on Sunday.
Yep, all of our matinees are at 2 o'clock. So we have usually 4 matinees a week and 2 evenings. Occasionally we'll have a Thursday night as well.
Okay, awesome. Sounds like you might have to start doing that with being sold out all the time, that you might have to add that Thursday night, which is awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. So, okay, tell everybody how they can get tickets for either this show or information on upcoming shows.
Well, first of all, if you just want to do it right now when you hang up or stop watching this, our website is winterparkplayhouse.org. Make sure you put in ORG since we're a charity. And you can call the box office, 407-645-0145, and Jesse or Todd are happy to help you in the box office, and we'll answer any questions you have. You can buy tickets online, but you can also call and avoid the $2 ticket fee.
Yes, you actually save money if you call.
Yes. And
but whatever works for you.
Yes, and the tickets are very reasonable. I found you guys about 5 years ago. I was looking for an idea for a Christmas present for my wife, Jody. And of course, after a while, you don't know what to do, right?
After so many years,
So we're like, well, I know she loves theater. So I just went online, Google search it, and you guys came up. And I bought tickets for a show, and we came, and it's like, oh my gosh. And we've been here ever since. We love this place. It's awesome.
Thank you.
And the shows, the talent is always amazing. It's Broadway caliber talent that you guys have here, and the shows are just awesome, and everything, the lighting and production and the theater, so intimate. It's just a great place. You guys, you have to check it out. And sounds like you want to come to the next show because it's highly rated right now. So,
yes, I would love for you to come. And also know that if you are going to come and you want to do a date night, we have restaurant partners all the time. So with a ticket stub, we can print a copy for you before you come, and you get 20% off your bill, usually excluding alcohol. And we have great, great local restaurant partners. We're, as Dan said, a big community partner, so we want to support merchants and businesses in the area as well, and they support us, and then you get a discount.
Yep. So awesome. Well, it was great to do this. I wanted to do this for a long time. I want to introduce you to everybody, and everybody come out and check it out. It's a great place.
Thank you, and I'll hug you when you come.
There you are. Yes, you will. All right. Have a great day, everyone.